question.
Am I part of that group?
It's accepted as the way.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I guess we'll get started. We don't want to waste your time, and we'll get you started, man. Are you you're over in Italy, aren't you?
I am. I live in Milan now.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Now, I guess we should get started with you obviously are a fixture in the Bay, and you've grown up, you know, pretty much in Oakland. You were born and raised in Oakland, right, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I'm going to turn this off. There's Randy Gallivan. I got to turn this up.
I don't see him.
I see him.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't have his audio on yet.
Oh, he's still working on it. Okay.
Yeah. No, I grew up in Walnut Creek. I was born in Oakland. We were living in Berkeley, and then I was the second born. So my dad and mom moved out. We were staying with my aunt in Berkeley, and then we moved to the same aunt that I look like.
All right.
What's up, Randy?
Yeah. Hey, brother, what's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Looking good.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, I lost some weight.
I don't know. I always knew you when you weren't even bigger. So look, you look the same.
Oh, hey, when colorblind shut down and my dad passed, you know, I had a little depression weight.
So you stopped working out and started eating more. But you learned to cook, I bet.
Hey, I stopped working out my senior year in high school. I really did. That was the end of the weights, man. I didn't want to look all bulky in the suit, right? You know, so I was like, I don't like that. So I just started doing the sit-ups and the push-ups, and then that fell off, and you know. But it's all good though. You're looking good, man. I always see in all those magazines for the health, dude. You're rocking.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did that one, man. Yeah, and then I think they superimposed somebody else's arms on that. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta work on that myself.
Bones now. But anyways, hey, so what's up?
I moved to so we moved to Walnut Creek, and I pretty much grew up there, and a little bit in Concord, and then in the end of the '70s into Benicia, and then back to Walnut Creek in the '80s, and then I've been living in Benicia besides coming to Italy since 1992.
Oh, okay. So you've been going back and forth.
Since I was 20. No, I was 50. I don't know.
Oh, you know, a couple of decades. Who cares, right? Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So, where did you get your start, man? Who did you start playing with? I read your bio, which was like literally a novel. It was a novel. It was so
a whole book.
It was so. It was a book.
You know, I think in that bio, I think I put in every single little thing in there. You know, like I played down at my friend's garage. You know, it makes it seem a lot longer. You know.
No, it was very impressive, man.
I didn't talk about the Lionel Richie or the Go-Go's or the George Michael auditions that I did not get. I left those out.
You left them out.
Yeah.
Oh, George Michael, that would have been one hell of
I thought I was in with Lionel because Sheila was in with that and everything. And then some cat named Carlos Rios came in and kicked everybody's ass.
Oh, Carlos is amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Cena.
Hey.
My start with Simon was just like anybody, you know. I mean, playing around in the bars in Walnut Creek, Concord, and then it became the whole Bay Area. Like, you know, a lot of work in the South Bay, especially back in the '80s. It was like that whole area of Campbell and San Jose and Saratoga. There was so many clubs to play down there, and
it's non-existent now, isn't it?
I guess not. You know, I mean. A lot of them, I mean, the whole scene is just completely altered and changed, you know.
I was going to ask you about, I was going to ask you about your relationship with John Seppala, because that was a guy we lost. You know, he was a brilliant musician that we lost a while back. And I know you guys kind of grew up together.
Yeah, we met in high school, Northgate High, right around 1974 or 5. And we immediately just started, you know, playing fusion, you know, and we both had a love for fusion. And he was like from another planet, you know. He was the head of all of us. He taught everybody, you know.
I wish I had taken lessons from him. He was so ridiculous.
Yeah, and even back then, he would say, okay, so, you know, Chick Corea does this, and Herbie does this, and George Duke does this, and we were like, wait a minute, hold on a second, back that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we started. We had a band just in the end of high school, and then right after high school, and started writing songs. And then most of that whole first album I did was co-wrote with John. That album
that was the Legends.
Band? New Legend was the band. Because we were so creative. Because Legends was with Dave Matthews.
Right. Oh, another monster.
Dave Matthews, who was our Walnut Creek buddy, and Mitch Silva, Adam Stone, and the Sonny Fitman. So we were that was all rock, from Allman Brothers, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and all that stuff.
Wow.
And then when we did with John Sepulveda, Chris Stefanetti, and we had a couple of different drummers, Chris Zeitz, I think Bob Hammaker. Anyway, guys from the area, and we got into all the fusion stuff.
It's amazing, man.
John was a great teacher, great friend, and a super funny guy too.
He really was. Well, we'll have to just say R.I.P. Rest in peace, my brother.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
So I'll let the other folks ask some questions. I've been dominating. I don't want to take it over. So you guys have questions?
Yeah. Well, I saw on the bio that so you had Legends and then you had New Legends.
Yeah, exactly. So Legend was the one with
Legend. Come up with another name.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. We were so creative. We thought, later on, you remember that movie Spinal Tap? This is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
I think they actually made a joke about something just like that. We were called, something like, I can't remember what it was, but we were the Actions, and then we became the New Actions, because you can't think of another name, And I think the reason why we chose that was because Legend was so damn famous in the area that we had to make sure that all our Legend fans wouldn't forget. No, it's just all fake life.
Right.
Genius. I mean, just genius stuff.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Hey, we were in high school. We didn't know any better,
Well, whatever you did, it worked. Because you're famous now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. New Legend, we did play a couple of gigs, actually.
You played a couple of gigs?
We did do a couple of gigs, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, I'm going to make sure I don't have my double chin on this camera. So, All right. So you basically you've been through a whole slew of different groups, and it's funny because I was thinking about Huey Lewis and the News, which was one of the groups that you played in, or you probably still in. I don't know if you're still doing it, but great songwriters. Back in the day when I was a kid, I was like, what is all this stuff? And then and now I'm older, I can really appreciate the writing and the harmonies and the compositions. They were great. And so what was it like working with Huey?
Oh, it was like another just a perfect situation, a dream come true, in the sense also that I was a fan, and I remember even sending Huey some songs. I had known those guys right around the time I was playing with Sheila, or even before, because we had a mutual manager when I was with Pablo Cruz just before Sheila.
Right.
They had the same manager, so we kind of met the guys and in the local scene and sent them some songs, and it was a great situation musically because they were such an amazing band, and a live band even better. Right. Especially because as the 80s moved into 90s and 2000s, a lot of those things like digital snare drums and chorus guitars all went away, thank God. So all of a sudden, sounds started to sound like a great R&B live band with horns, and you can hear everything, natural sounds, and it was so much fun.
Right.
And but no, the band doesn't play anymore because it's been now almost 2 years, and Huey lost almost all of his hearing. He lost the ability to hear music and pitch.
Wow.
So anytime it happened, we were on tour, and he went to a sound check all of a sudden and said, guys, this is like, I can't hear, I couldn't find the pitch. Turns out he has something called Meniere's disease, and the symptom is that all the sound comes out distorted. So all the music, all the pitch is just a sort of a low overtone for him. He can make out speech, but music, so he can't find the pitch, can't hear the song. So we stopped playing in February of 2018.
Oh man, I thought I heard some things about well, not particularly that his issue, but they said he sounded like he was having trouble with his vocals.
Yeah, it was all about the ear. All about the ear. He sings fine, but he can't find the tone.
Wow.
Can't find the pitch. So he's been seeing all great doctors all around the world and trying different things, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. You're hearing, hey, it's a good lesson to all of us, just to make sure we do the best.
Absolutely. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I lose a signal?
No, I still got you. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
he's trees.
I lost the signal, it looks like.
I'm here. I'm good.
Oh, okay, there we go.
We'll keep going. You're back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Hey guys.
So your dad is a psychologist and your mom is a nurse.
Yeah.
And then your father loves Ray Charles. Is that right?
Oh yes.
Really?
My mom maybe even more, but both of them. No, my dad. It's funny because my dad, his favorites was like Ray Charles and Bob Dylan, and anything that was blues, and Monk and Coltrane, and not so much Coltrane for him, but my mom, she's the one that really liked Miles Davis and Coltrane, and Jerry Mulligan. We had all these records. Billie Holiday, Sam Cooke. I mean, she would cry every time she'd put on. She'd say, "Where's Mom?" She's listening to Sam Cooke and crying.
Oh,
it was so beautiful to have all that great music in the house. Yeah,
straight up, a lot of influences there.
Yeah,
a lot of great influences. Wow. So, how did you kind of migrate around the world, and how was that experience? I mean, you probably traveled the world several times over. And been everywhere. How was that experience?
Well, I haven't. I'm like a lot of my other musician buddies that have been all over the world. I've been many times to Japan and many times to Western Europe,
right,
and a couple of times to South America. But I never was over in places like the Russia and Hungary and never China.
Do they even listen to music in Russia? No, just kidding.
I never went to Russia, man.
Okay, well,
I never talked to that guy. Anyway.
Hey, they love jazz in Russia.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that play over there, and they have great followings for all kinds of music for sure. Yeah,
that's hilarious. Well, I think it's a beautiful thing. Music can take you in some amazing places, and I think you guys, I feel honored to be part of this whole thing. But we live extraordinary lives. We're very blessed to be able to just play music, and especially if you can do it on the level that you're doing it on. So we commend you for your great work. And I was reading your earlier bio, and it talked about how you got kind of started off at like 6 or 7 with your guitar, and you migrated, and they were talking about the different guitars that you have. And what are you playing now? What is your baby?
I still play mostly Stratocasters that are been customized a little bit with humbucking on it. So I always loved the sound of the Les Paul and a big giant sound, and the Strats were a little bit thin. So put a humbucking on the back, and you get kind of the best of all worlds. That's been my go-to guitar since Ryder. No, actually, I just saw a video. Even with Sheila, I had that guitar. So I had taken a Strat, hollowed out the back, and put a humbucking in. Wait a minute, okay, nice. I just forgot. Now I'm going to go way back. I had a Fender Mustang that I hollowed out a humbucking in when I was 12.
There you go. So I
forgot about that, because all the guys I liked, and that was the sound. It was too thin of a sound. And then I played Les Pauls and stuff for a while, and then when I went back to Strats, it had to have a humbucking, so I went and put it back in. So that's beautiful. Yeah, and I have I love Les Pauls, still play those, and a Telecaster, a couple of Telecasters that I have, and some acoustic guitars. I never was much of a gear junkie or a guitar collector. I don't have like a lot of guitars. Some Strats, some Tellys, and some Les Pauls, and I have a 335 Gibson. And
wow.
But you have
you're telling
you
us,
have
baby.
a guitar, right? That's a HSS Strat.
It kind of looked like an HSS Strat. Yeah, in fact.
It's supposed to be Arctic White. Is that the favorite one that I heard about?
Go, Zena. Go on, Zena. That's exactly what this is.
Ah,
Look at that. Wow. She's on point. Zena's
This looks like a super old guitar by the way it got beat up and stuff, but it's from 90. It's from 91.
91.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it just got it was brand new when I got it, but it had the kind of a soft finish that it came across. But that's it. Yeah, the humbucking that gives me all those bigger sounds. And,
I see it. Yeah.
And
extra.
Something that really works. Yeah, it still works.
Hey, Steph.
Yeah, man.
Hey, so is that something that you came up with putting that the humbucking or humbucker pickup in there?
I mean, I certainly didn't create it, or I wasn't the first one to think of it. But I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
But I mean, what I'm saying is, like, do they make guitars like that, or did you kind of? I mean, I'm not saying you came.
Oh yeah, no. At that moment, no, there was no guitar like that.
Wow.
And then in the late 70s, Eddie Van Halen became, the thing, and he was real big on that too. And he copied me. He basically copied me. He came to Walnut Creek and saw New Legend playing at the swim club, and he saw my guitar. I swear to God, that's what happened. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I gotta say this, man. Okay, so let's see. I think I was 19 years old. And I was sneaking in to Mountain Jacks.
Mountain Jacks, yeah.
The lovely Mountain Jacks. That was my school. And that's the first time I met you and Frank and I think it was Omega Rhythm Section, right?
All right, with Garen, Mick, and Dave.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, Mark Russo, well, I knew Mark Russo because of being in, 8th grade and going into, the summer camps and stuff. And I took a class with Mark, actually, with Joan Cifarelli and Zach and all those guys. That's how I met all those guys. But man, that was Mountain Jacks is, that's just legendary. And that was like the school for all the Bay Area. Just like Frank did Kanzaki's, that was another extension of that. And everybody drew to those clubs. And I remember, sneaking in there at 19, Garen letting me in the back, begging to sit in and all that. And they're like, get out of here, kid. You can't even have a drink. I was such a pest. But man, that was school. Going to those
that was school for us too.
And you guys would always bring in all the celebrities whenever they were in town. Eddie Money. Man, I mean, there was just tons of people that you guys, and I would be like, who's this guy? Who's this? Oh my God. I had no idea, but that brought me, that was like, that saved me kind of, because it was all about fusion. And where could you go see fusion back then?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. It was great for us too. And I remember, before we started playing there, we used to go see Solstice with Frank and Gene and John Prosser and who was the Gene was the bass player and who was the drummer?
John Prosser was the drummer for Solstice.
Oh, okay. So who was the guitar player? Bill, Jim. Anyway, so we I remember also who came in. Doc and Mimi from Tower Power used to pop in there and play with us. And that was school. I mean, for me, one of my biggest influences is Mark Russo, without a doubt. Playing next to that guy night after night, it was just like, listening to how he could be expressive with the sax, like he's singing a song and telling a story. That's always what I tried to emulate. And of course, electric guitar and sax can go together really well, and you can use those sounds. It's with all the sustain you get in the sax and the dynamics and stuff, different from percussive instruments. Like like piano and keys, though there's plenty of influence there too. But the sax just was like instant marriage, you know, of sounds.
Yeah. And Darius, I saw those, man, when you and Darius used to do that blues song, I don't know what song, but man, you guys would be laying way behind the beat, and you know, just the little melodies and together, man, that was really, I'll never forget that. Just
right on, Randy. Right on. That was a great time, man. We had a lot of laughs too, man. A lot of smiles, a lot of laughs.
Yep.
Now, did I hear that you worked with? Did I hear that you worked with Satriani and Steve Vai?
It wasn't that I worked with them. It was that I got invited to do a jam at one of the G3 events in Rome. So I went,
Jesus.
with Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and Robert Fripp, because our buddy Jeff Campitelli was the drummer. Yeah. And he said, "Hey, man, we're coming to Rome," and I was in Rome, and so they had me up at the end. We did a Neil Young tune, and then a little jam of Steve Vai's, and there's a video on YouTube of it, and it was like you can't really see the pee-pee on my pants. You can't see it, and so that was the important thing. More important for me that it wasn't visible that I peed my pants. But I had a lot of fun that night, and I realized immediately the first thing you got to do. Steph was like, "Okay, what am I gonna do? I can't. What am I doing up here? I don't belong here. All right, whatever you do, don't try and play fast. Okay, that was the first thing I told myself. Don't try and play fast. That's not your thing, and you're not going to keep up." So I just found a few little interesting kind of phrases rhythmically and interesting sort of melodic extensions. And I was like, okay. And I kind of felt like they were looking, okay, kid, you're doing okay. Even though I might be older than them, but I don't know. That was a great night. Yeah.
I can't even imagine being up. That'd be like me being up there with Oscar Peterson. You know what I mean? Like that's. It was like, oh hell to the no! I'm just gonna go back to the audience.
Yeah, it reminded me a little bit of a reoccurring dream. I haven't had it for a while. You guys from the Bay Area will appreciate this. I dreamt many times I was a 49er. Okay, I'm on the field, but I'm just me, Steph. I don't play football. But I'm on the field, suited up, helmet on, ready. And all of a sudden I'm going, whoa, what am I doing here? Coach says, Burns, depending upon what I was thinking, you're in. I'm like, wait, no, I don't play football. I'm not supposed to be here. And he goes, you're in. I'm like, okay. So I go in, I'm on the line, and I'm thinking, okay, all right, in Walnut Creek, what we used to do was go out for a pass. That's what you do, go out for a pass. That's football, you know? So what am I going to do? Down and out. All right, so I'm going down and out. I start, I run, I turn around, he throws it to me. I drop the ball. Right to me. And I'm like, damn, what the hell are you doing? I said, I told you I don't play football. That's I can't believe I actually had that dream like 3 or 4 times.
Wow. That's like, that's real. That keeps it real right there. Isn't that like an anecdote for life right there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah. So you now you're in Italy now, and I think we were joking around. You were saying you really miss the Bay. I mean, Milan, Italy. You got. Well, I guess it's like the family and stuff, but it's got to be gorgeous over there.
I know.
Yeah. Italy in general, you know, the one thing, you know, I can pinch myself because it's been an incredible experience in so many different ways. Starting with playing with this artist, Vasco Rossi, who is the biggest in Italy. He does more giant shows in Italy than anyone ever has here. And he's so big. And not only that like Huey Lewis and the News, but I was playing with Vasco before. This is a band that still has guitar solos, which is kind of like in a lot of ways, it's a style of music from the past. So you can get gigs with great artists, but you're going to be just kind of playing some, but not only guitar solos, but ballads and extended solos. Like there's moments where I feel like I'm in Pink Floyd and I've got this 13-minute, you know, shine on you crazy diamond moment. So really was great. And feel like it was something that I could sink my teeth into, something that I could, you've heard me play, Randy, when I'm able to kind of do that kind of build a solo. It's something that I like to do, but not go too long. I'm not mentioning any names, Norbert Stachel, but I used to use Norbert all the time because he's so good. He's so good. But after like 15 minutes at Kanzaki Lounge, we're like, give someone else a chance now.
A little long-winded. A little long-winded.
I have to say this to Norbert now. I love you, baby. Don't forget that. So that's just opened up there. We traveled all around Italy, so many beautiful places, and we'll do gigs in Sardinia. We'll do gigs in Sicily. We'll do gigs in the mountains. It's all these different things. So that's been great. And Milan itself is beautiful. It's not the most beautiful city in Italy. It's as we know Italy, we think of Florence and Rome and Venice, which I think may be the most beautiful city in the world, most exceptionally. Wow. Venice is off the charts. And then you find so many different places, especially around Umbria and Tuscany, around the center. And then beautiful at the very bottom, there's some beaches over there where you feel like you're in the Caribbean. It's unreal. So you get everything here. Great skiing in the mountains and, and fall in the hills and everything. So it's been great. Wow. And then, and I'm able to work well too, thanks to Vasco, who gave me such a platform to be recognized. I'm able to play with my band, play what I want, play my songs, and play in the clubs and work.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
I don't have to play. I don't have to play. I was trying to think of a joke, but there's some things I don't have to play anymore.
Well, I've been there. Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice
I might like to again, but
I think it's nice when you can, express your artistry the way you want to. I think we get to a certain point. We've all done the top 40 gigs forever, and you're doing the Bruno Mars and all this stuff, and nothing against them, but when you're an artist, you want to express yourself and play your stuff.
That's the difference, yeah. And I'm fine doing covers, you can put yourself into it a little bit too, and playing a great song is always playing a great song. But when you can do your own stuff, it's the top. Yeah.
That's the best feeling in the world. Yeah. Now tell me now, are you living there? Is you living there with your wife, like your family? I mean, you mentioned your child. You have your daughter, is it?
I sure do, man. I've got the most amazing daughter in the world.
There you go.
Only me. I do. And everybody should say that. She's 9. She's I'm completely out of my mind in love with her. And she was born here. I got married. Then we had a child. Was born here. Then we moved to Los Angeles for a little bit. Things didn't go so well after about 5 years. So then her mom and her mom and I decided that we'd come back here in Italy so Jamie could grow up here. It was beautiful. It wasn't anything for my mom there in California, And Milan is a good place. We got a great school, and I thought, well, it was right around the same, actually coincidentally, right around the same moment where Huey lost his hearing. So it wasn't as a matter of having to come back and forth for work as much. So I just settled into Milan, and I'm working here. And I was coming back about 3 or maybe 4 times a year, but then something called coronavirus, I don't know. You've heard about it. You can find it in the paper if you look. It tried to put the brakes on that. So I've been here since December of last year. And but next month I'm coming. No, not next month. Next week.
Okay.
Next week I'm going to finally come back for Thanksgiving for a couple of weeks, and then I can't wait.
Well, I'm in the Bay Area, so whenever you want to stop by, take a hike. I'm here.
We got to hook up. We got to hook up for sure.
Because you got to
find you.
I have to say, because when you joined my sister's band, I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. But I was just so young. I was like, But you know, I had a mad crush on you. I just
Oh man, you beat me to it. Okay. So I was gonna say, so who did I have a crush on in the Sheila E. band? All right, yes, it was Zena Escovedo.
Oh wow.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah, but she knows it too. We spent a lot of time together just chatting and on airplanes and backstage and stuff like that. And but every once in a while, Big Sis would kind of go and go, "Hey, what are you guys doing over there?"
Yeah.
You know, just talking, you know. And I was an older guy. I was an older guy. You know, I was like 24, 25, and you were, I think, 17.
I was very young. So there's
a little teenager, yeah.
I know.
So, she's only 17. 17. But
hey, we can give you guys a moment if you want. I mean, Randy and I can leave. We don't have to.
I don't mind at all if both of you guys leave. That's so fine with me.
All right, Zena.
No, we're good. We're good, guys. We're good. Yeah, you can go.
But wait, let me tell you what I did last night. I spent a lot of time on this because I was laughing because you know how goofy I am anyway. So then, you know, I was doing research on you, and then I heard that, you know, your Christmas tree, your plastic Christmas tree got stolen at your house like last year because somebody broke into your house. So
where did you find?
Huh? I'm telling you, she's insane.
Where is that story? What did you did?
Don't worry about it. I'm not stalking you or anything. Not at all. So then I said, well, let me pay tribute just in case you come to the Bay Area and you're single now. So I made a Christmas ornament for our tree when you come to the Bay Area. Look.
Oh, I love it. That's fun. Oh my God.
It'll be our first ornament.
It's our first ornament. I love it.
Only on Bay Legends. Only on Bay Legends.
That's right, people. That's right, people. You see, you saw the start of it right here.
Oh, that's classic.
Wow.
Hey, you know what happened? I'll make it a short story. All my stuff got stolen out of a garage that I was renting. Not my guitars, but I had all my Marshalls, all my pedal boards that were like really the ones I had 3 great pedal boards that were really elaborate. And then the thing, that was really a drag. The thing that was even more annoying was my backpack with all my cables and my picks and my capos and all your little stuff. It was like, oh man, took my microphones. They took and then they took the Christmas tree for my daughter, And I was like,
ruthless.
Why? What? Yeah, heartless. Now, honestly, it was
the Stef Burns plastic Christmas tree. I would have stolen it if I saw it.
Those are expensive. They're expensive.
Well, it was not. But yeah, that's funny. That was, I think I have another one. Yeah, I got a smaller plastic one. I went Charlie Brown, all out Charlie Brown on it. It's kind of like
good. Yeah, the little shrubbery. Nothing like shrubbery.
Yo, Stef.
Oh, man. Well, hey, man, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say, do you get a chance while you're, out on the road touring and stuff like that? Are you doing any clinics or are you doing any teaching for like the cats that are around the world that want to know?
I do clinics though since this year not so many, but yeah, I go around and do clinics, workshops, master classes, stuff like that.
Awesome.
And mostly in Italy, a little bit in Switzerland, and I did a few in Greece. Other than that, been staying here, and that's those are great. I love them. They're really fun.
Well, what I was going to say is, when you do, get a chance, and when we get a little bit further with this COVID thing, it'd be great to have you by Notes Music Academy to do a clinic or something. Would be great. Everybody would love to see that and come and see you, and
would be great. I would love it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And speaking of that, we should be promoting some of your stuff. You said you have some records out of your own stuff that we can push on this podcast.
Yeah, yeah. I've got I don't know how. I haven't really checked on them. I probably should have a little, like some good links in the store. I've always been really bad at self-promotion stuff, but my first record, Swamp Tea, is the one that's all instrumental. I did with John Sepulip. It's got a great selection of drummers on there, with Narada and Steve Smith and Dean Castronovo and Jimmy DeGrasso. Plus Myron Dove playing bass and Benny Riedfeld. It was
who was the two little boys on the album cover?
That's Taylor and Woody, my sons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were like, let's see, they were like 5 and 9.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And I dressed them up in suits from Goodwill and said, go play in the mud. And we built a little Swamp Tea stand, 5 cents. 5 cents was a tribute to Linus and Lucy, the psychiatric help, 5 cents. And
that's great.
That's the first record. Then I did, I don't remember which one was right after. Either the one I did with Pepino, probably Pepino, Bayshore Road, which Sheila played on, a couple of 2 or 3 tracks. And the rest of it is mostly me and Pepino, acoustic and electric. And then I did World Universe Infinity, where I started to do more songs mixed with the fusion as well in rock instrumental. And so it was like half and half. And then after that, I did my last record, which was 2013, which is called Roots and Wings. And I'm really proud of that one. We're going to go tour hopefully next month in Italy on that, with that record. But then we play stuff from all our records, and the new single that I'm going to go sing tomorrow, finish singing it, re-sing it, because I sucked the first time. I hope I don't suck again. And that's going to be coming out, and I'll definitely be on the World Wide Web, as they say. I think that's how people release singles. You just stick it on YouTube and Facebook, and there's our single. It's free.
Well, we're definitely going to promote you, and we'll put all those links afterwards when we air this podcast. We'll make sure that you get a lot of love.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh no, we appreciate you, man. It's so funny. I don't think you and I ever got a chance to play together. I just kept hearing your name all the time, and I'd be like, man, where's this guy? You'd always be traveling.
Yeah, I found you on Facebook, and I saw that we had so many similar friends. It's like we know each other, but we never really played together.
No, that's the way. Yeah, I was playing in opening up for puppet shows and stuff, and you were out there. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I just didn't have the right
puppet shows, man. I mean, it's a big gig, and
Hey, well, you gotta do what I do. That was my thing. But I really appreciate it. I got a real appreciation for your music, man. That solo you did that you posted up was, there's a few guitar players out there that have that epic sound. I think Neil Schon is one of the ones that I would say that I really, and yourself, you do epic solos, man. They're brilliant.
Thank you.
Very musical, and I just love your playing, bro. And there's a reason that you are where you are right now.
Exactly.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Mountain Jacks.
Bay legend right here. So we're about 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and I want to introduce. We got Zena Escovedo. We got Randy Gallerin. My name is Simon Russell. And then we got the one and only Stef Burns right here. And this was an absolute pleasure, man. Thank you for giving us this time. Yes. And we look forward to when you come in the Bay, we're going to just keep you.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Well, I'm
Zena's working on that.
You got the ornament, guys. When you got an ornament, there's no going back.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. There's not gonna be an ornament, bro. But I will buy you a Christmas tree.
There is an ornament. She's got the ornament. What do you mean?
No, I said I'm not putting no ornament with.
No. I see. You're not making. Oh, I see.
I'll buy you a Christmas tree.
Thanks. Thanks.
Now, I just want you to know, Zena has not made anything for me. She's given me a bag of garbage at one point to put out, but I've never gotten an ornament. So you
don't play guitar, and you don't have the muscles that he does. But I love you though, Simon.
I got one muscle. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
But
That's another show.
That is another show. All right. Well, thank you so much, and I want to say peace and love to everybody. I love all of you guys, and Stef, thank you so much, brother.
Thanks. I love you guys too.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Stef,
take care.
Love you, brother.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you too, man.
See you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, you too.
Being lost isn't unfamiliar. It's common and not questioned.